Good afternoon, everybody. Rye Guy here. I've been a couple requests to do kind of a loadout thing of my audio-visual equipment that I use for my video vlogs. And as you see in front of me, this is the new portion of what we're working with now. I'll go over this gear here in a minute, but just to show you some difference of what the quality is. Right now I'm talking to you on the GoPro audio. This is the Hero 3 Black standard GoPro audio. Just an open back case, and that's just a standard microphone that the GoPro has. I'm sure that the new 8 GoPro has a lot more better quality audio, but this is what I'm working with. This is the Hero 3. And just to show you some difference, if I do this.
Now I'm speaking to you on the microphone that we're using. I'm going to go over what the microphone is, what the preamp is, what I have here. But I just wanted to show you some instant audio quality changes and how I'm going to be doing my video vlogs from now on. Unless I get some sort of in-helmet or microphone that I'm going to be running the Hero 3 from or off of, then this is what I'm going to be using from now on, because I figure, and I hope at least in your guys' eyes, that the quality increase is going to be worth it. So thanks for joining me on this video. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, so welcome back. This portion is actually going to be recorded on my phone because I can't record it on the GoPro if I'm going to show you the GoPro. So this is just a basic rundown of the components that I use. I don't use everything here in one sitting, I guess, for editing / when I'm out videotaping for you guys on the trails on the bike. But I have been requested to kind of go over and do a coronavirus. No, not really. Hope not, anyway. Kind of do an overview of the audio and visual stuff that I use. So, I guess we'll just start with the basics. Meat and potatoes of the whole thing is going to be this GoPro. This is a Hero 3 Black. Of course, I do have the controller and everything like that to go with it. The only modifications that I've ever done to this, and it's only been as of recent, like late 2019 going into 20, because I was so sick of these batteries dying in this thing on the trail because it's either too cold, too hot, too moist, too dry. It doesn't matter. The batteries just suck. So what I've done is I purchased this component here. And all that does is just, I suppose I can open it up for you, but, okay, just give me a minute. Magic of editing. All it does is plug into the back of the GoPro and where the normal battery would be, and it allows you to run into a USB power supply. So what I use is this Aoki China thing made in China. Anyway, it's just a power bank, a USB power bank. This is 10,000 milliamps, as you can see in the back side. And there's a model number if you want to get one for yourself. 5 volt, 2 amp, which is 5 volt is basically what this GoPro takes, 2 amp. It can go up to 2 amps. I don't think it's 2 amps alone. I think it's about 1.5 amps, but it senses, this battery pack will sense what it's drawing and not overcharge this thing. But to put that in perspective, this is 10,000 milliamp. The standard GoPro batteries are either 1150 or 1200. I've got some small tree batteries here that I purchased, but I still have one of the old original GoPro batteries from when I first got this thing, when the Heroes first came out. What's it say in the backside? It says 1150 milliamps. So, put that in perspective. Let's think about it this way. The GoPro consumes, approximately, by numbers that I didn't create, but many forums you can find the same thing, it draws around 1,000 milliamps an hour. So you have a 1150 milliamp battery versus a 10,000 milliamp battery. This will last an hour and a half, maybe. This will last 10 hours. So you do the math on that. And I can put that in my pocket when it's cold and keep it warm. And so far, using this, I have not ever had that camera shut off on me again. So that is the main modification that I've done to the GoPro. And I'm sure that they come up with other systems like this for the newer GoPros, or at least I hope they do, because I do plan on upgrading eventually. And I'm using just the skeleton back, and all this is just a piece of rubber glove. Because I do ride in inclement weather, that can be squished in between the seal there, and it keeps out most of the moisture and dust and all that nasty stuff that can ruin the camera. So, some RAM mount stuff. I do have a couple RAM mounts that are on my my Grizzly now, but it's mostly used for GPS components and my Spot GPS tracker. However, that's a window mount. I can use these RAM mounts and get some more of the ball mounts anywhere I want, 1.5-inch balls. And these RAM mounts are excellent. Military uses these, police force uses these things. I love them. And just some more, oh, there's an extra ball mount right there, look. So there's a couple of just standard mounts and risers that go along with that. Inside this case, this is a Mastercraft grinder case, by the way. Inside of this case, just standard charging cords that I use for charging different components, for linking up to laptops. I sometimes carry when I go on vacation or whatever, or on a run, I'll sometimes put my GPS in here, and I can hook my GPS, and just standard cords. I don't carry all of this gear with me at all times. Mostly just the GoPro, the batteries, and a couple spare items. But, yeah. That's what goes on there. Anyway, in these bags, again, just some battery stuff, RAM mounts. That is the remote control for this camera. I've only used this a couple times. That's a spare case. That's a very, very cheap Chinese case. It does work, but you can't swap out GoPro components like the door from the back side of this onto this case because it won't fit, because it's cheap. But cheap for a reason. In case I completely explode that case, I have something to keep me going for the time being. And if need be, I can cut a hole in the back of that so I can fit that through. What else is next? Just some standard screws for the GoPro mounts and a bag of standard GoPro mounts, including like camera tripod mounts, yeah, 90 degrees, these standard clip ones that go inside of here. Very standard stuff. You don't need a lot to do kind of what I do and what a lot of other YouTuber video vloggers do. I know that there's some guys out there who are doing some pretty fancy elaborate stuff. That's great if you get the time and the money for it. I don't. So anyway, I'm just going to scoot around here just to give you an idea. You heard at the beginning of the video what the difference of the audio sounds like. Well, that's mainly due to this. So without editing computer, this is a preamp. So you can't run one of this style microphone off of just a USB power. You need what's called phantom power. So this is a Steinberg UR12. Just a single output, although you can put a guitar input in here as well, or any other type of audio as well. Preamplifier, they're called. So this is actually putting out 48 volts, which is called phantom power, which actually powers this microphone here. This is an Apex 435 mic. I've had this microphone for a while because I did do some voiceover work in the past, but I kind of got away from that, and really, I don't know why I didn't do it earlier to start doing vlogging with this microphone here. But anyway, this is what's known as a pop filter. When you're saying words like T or P, inside the microphone you get a little puff air. This stops the air from hitting the microphone and getting that instant pop. That's why it's called that. And you peak out the gauge in the mic. When I'm editing videos, I typically wear headphones. I do have a set of studio monitors, or Shure SRH 440s. A huge difference between studio monitors and regular headphones. These are very, very noise canceling, so when I have those on, I really don't hear things like background noises like the heat pump or whatever else goes on around me. So I can concentrate on trying to get the best sound that I can. And it's limited, obviously, because I'm using the standard microphone on the GoPro for a lot of the audio that you're hearing out on the trail. So other than me just speaking into that microphone, that's basically all you're hearing. I do have a lazy cat that's on the couch there. Rinko. He's dead. There's another one floating around here somewhere. But anyway, that's just kind of a basic video. I know it's not too exciting, but you know, it is upon request that I'm doing this type of video, because I've had some people message me just to say, hey, can you do a gear loadout? No problem, here it is. Life happens quite often, and not like I haven't had the opportunity to get out and ride, but I just have been busy, and last couple weekends, including still now, I still have a nasty cold. And I had that cold before the coronavirus was even a thing, and it's just not going away, but whatever, I'll get over it. I'm just coughing and hacking here a little bit, but it's all in my chest. Anyway, we'll leave the video at that. I appreciate your likes, comments, and views and everything like that. And obviously, if you guys have any suggestions, please go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. And you know, I do read the comments and try to reply to, you know, everybody who does. But sometimes I get a lot of comments on there, and I just can't keep up with it. So I just don't have the time. Anyway, we will see you guys out on the trail. I'm going to try to get it next weekend. Today's Sunday, March, whatever it is. 14th, 15th, something. Anyway, I'm going to try to get it next weekend for a jaunt somewhere. Trails are getting pretty soft too, so yeah. Alright. I'm not going to bore you guys anymore. Thank you. See you on the trail. Bye.